Bomb Squad, how are you? TNT, episode 84, Saturday show on a Sunday, the day of days where we say goodbye to Game of Thrones forever. Tell us how you feeling.
Good riddance.
Good riddance. Maybe it's a good thing that they fucked up the writing so that way we can get used to it not being around anymore a little bit easier.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I'll be honest. I'm not. I'm looking forward to tonight, but I'm not excited for tonight. If that makes sense. I don't. I'm just. I want to see it just to see how it ends, but I'm just I know they're gonna fuck it up. I know they are. I have no faith in them whatsoever. Even if they pull off the best episode ever, it's still a terrible.
It's just one episode with there's just no time. There's no time.
Yeah. We could get into it. I don't even want to get into it right now. We could get into it.
Did you happen to check what the runtime is for tonight's episode?
I think it's around the same as last week.
Okay.
Hour 20, hour 15.
Yeah. So 9 to 10:22.
Yeah.
So, all right. We'll see. We'll have to see tonight. And of course, we'll have our recap, our final Game of Thrones recap with Paulie Sirloins on Tuesday. But let's just jump right into our segments here. Hit it, Taylor Hicks. Okay. Segment 1. It was all a dream. So we'll get into it later with the Bingeaholics, but I started watching Leftovers, as you know, and it's just propelled Dream City for me. Every time I watch Leftovers, a few episodes, it's dreams the whole entire night. So this one happened when I first started watching Leftovers. So bear with me because it happened about a week ago, but it was very vivid at the time. But I'm trying to tie it back together, even though my brain is broken right now, which I'll also get into why. So basically the dream opened up. I'm on a water slide, big water slide, where there's 20 water slides all next to each other. You know, the slides where it's just a wavy one and you get in a tube and you can race people down.
Yeah. And so they're all just side by side, connected.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that, and it's just packed and there's just no rules. People are just going down this slide. It's crazy. And I forgot a tube. So I'm just skating down on my feet, and then all of a sudden it's flat. So there's no sliding. I'm just trying to cross country ski to the end, and people are coming by on tubes. And it's just I can't believe I forgot my fucking tube. This is ridiculous. So then I find myself back on the top of the water slide. And then there's this little kid who goes down on one of the parts of the slide that was closed, and it goes into a tunnel. And as he goes down, the whole place is just just an eruption of panic. And this lifeguard, this lady, she's just a hero without even thinking, just fucking dives right after it. And they both go into this tube of darkness that you can't see anything from beyond. Yeah. And then it turns out a bobsled or something was in there. And the bobsled that was it was closed or something, this whatever it was there for. After they go in, you see that thing come slide out backwards. It was just resting in there. So you just assume that they both hit the bobsled that was resting in the tunnel, and people were freaking out, but it turned out I think they were okay. But then I ran into Adam Sandler.
Oh, another celebrity appearance.
Yep. Ran into Adam Sandler and we hit it off, and we go to an SNL, I don't know. It's a casino / movie theater.
Okay.
And
interesting combination.
Yeah, we're hanging out, and then I accidentally kind of lose him, and I'm walking around, and I'm just I can't be by myself in this fucking SNL casino movie theater, and I run right into Steve Martin, and I go up to him, I'm like, hey, big fan of your work, and he looks at me, and he's what the fuck are you doing here? Who are you? What are you doing here? And I'm oh, I'm so sorry, I'm a friend of Adam Sandler's. He told me it was cool if I come over and he didn't buy it, and then we're walking, and Adam Sandler's coming to meet up with us, and Steve Martin's just oh, hey, Adam, what's up? And Adam Sandler's just you giving my guy crap? What's your problem, Steve Martin? I was just no, Adam's cool. He didn't know, it's fine. And he was really chirping Steve Martin until we kind of escalated the situation. Then it was time for me to leave, and I had to go find my car in this ridiculous airport of a fucking parking garage. Couldn't find it for the life of me. Just could not find my fucking car. So next thing I know, I'm walking home. So I'm on the side of the highway walking home in Baltimore on I-83. And then I remember where my car is. So then there's stairs on the side of the highway. Take those down. All of a sudden, I'm at Raymond James Stadium, the Bucs Stadium. And it's beautiful. I'm right on a harbor, and I'm walking towards it. And then I see a cool gift shop, kiosks and everything. It's like an outdoor big gift shop. So I'm walking up, I'm like, you know what? Like while I'm here, I'm gonna pick up some cool Bucks stuff. Like maybe they have Bucks windbreakers that I could bring for my Scotland trip. So I get closer. They're selling barely any Bucks gear. I see Panthers gear. I see Saints gear, and I'm like appalled. Like we're such a joke of a franchise. Like even our gift shop doesn't even sell our own shit. We're selling rivals shit. Like this is absurd. And then so that was ridiculous. That lasted a lot longer. Like that was a big part of the dream, but there's really not much more than me just wandering around a gift shop trying to find anything Bucks related. Then I had to get out of there, and I get on a plane and I'm taking a piss, and then the plane goes down. But it doesn't go fully down. It just like starts to dip, but I can hear because I'm in the front of the plane bathroom, and I can hear like the cockpit, and I just hear like some beeps or some like alert sounds from the cockpit. And I'm like, what's that noise? And then we fall, and I'm like, oh my God. And then that was it. So that was something. There was, I think I'm missing some stuff in there. There was just, that was like a full sleep, like just didn't nonstop dreaming. Pretty crazy.
See, when you said that the leftovers made you dream, I thought it'd be like profound or like.
Maybe it is.
That's true. Maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah. I couldn't pick anything out of there, but yeah, definitely eventful. You went from water sliding to
hanging with Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Steve Martin giving you shit. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because like Steve Martin seems like the nicest guy in the world.
He was pissed that I was there. Like I shouldn't have been there. Adam should not have brought me there. But like we just hit it off. And that's where he was going. And he was like, I want to hang out with you. And we went and we hung out, and it was great. I had a great time until I had to go find the car, and I was walking on the highway. And then all of a sudden, like I went from Baltimore down the stairs off the highway to the Buccaneers stadium.
You really walked down the highway.
Yeah.
You walked like
I only went a little bit and remembered where my car was. And there was like there was just a staircase on the side of the highway that I can just like get off of it. And then like when I got down, the platform was Tampa Bay. So it was something
interesting.
Wild string of dreams. So did you have any dreams?
Yeah, I had a couple. I don't remember much of them, but there was one a couple days ago. I was in a car with this guy from work, Francisco, right? And it was just like roller coaster thing, but you like drove on the roller coaster, or wasn't like you got in, like you brought your car onto the track.
Oh boy.
And you drove. So it was pretty cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
And we get to this point that I guess is supposed to be like go straight up to go down. And it's just like so it's like you're driving like straight up, but it's not like smooth. So there's parts where, you know, it might curve like back out a little bit. So you're basically like your head is facing to the ground at certain points because you're like driving almost upside down, like trying to go straight up. And we get to a point about halfway up where our car just kind of stalls out.
Oh boy.
And I don't know how many hundreds of feet we are up in the air. And he's like holding the gas, and like the wheels are spinning, and we're not going anywhere. And we're basically just like on the side of a wall, like in a car, trying not to just like fall backwards and fall.
Oh,
so I'm like, out of there? Yeah, well, I'm like freaking out, and I'm just like, I can't even look outside the car. I'm just looking at the ground. I was like, what the fuck? Why are we on this thing? Like, why did you bring me here? Like, what are we doing here? And then all of a sudden, like a 16 wheeler just comes like, like coming like right by us, and we catch the draft and we just follow them up.
Oh,
and we finally got to the top, and it was cool after that. But it was like a solid like 15 minutes of like, we're gonna die, we're gonna fall backwards, we're just gonna fall to the ground, our car's gonna explode, we're gonna die.
Terrible idea. We shouldn't have been on this ride.
Yeah, exactly. And then last night I had a couple dreams, but the one part that I remember was I was like a coach on a football team, and the head coach was Bill Belichick.
Oh,
and it was Gio. No, Gio. What happened?
Every time we record, fucking Yankees go down.
Oh god, he fouled something off of himself. Fuck. So it was like the end of the game. We're on like our own 10-yard line, and Bill's just like, "Does anyone have any ideas for plays? Like we got like it's the end of the game. Like we basically had one play left." And I'm just like, "Give me the ball." So I went out there. I hike it. They give me the ball. Throw a couple stiff arms, a couple jukes. I end up running all the way down to down to like the 1 yard line, and then out of nowhere, I was about to cross the goal line. Like a D tackle comes out of nowhere. I don't know how he got down there. Just blindsides me, tackles me. The ball pops out. Someone else scoops it up and scores though, and we win.
Oh,
But
nice.
but it was like, can you just imagine? Like, it kind of reminded me of The Longest Yard when Burt Reynolds is just like, give me the ball, like I got this. But it was like a 90-yard run instead of like a 1-yard run.
It's a very courageous dream.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Way to take action.
Yeah. It's like, can you imagine Bill Belichick looking at you just like, hey, when I got ideas? And I'm just like, give me the ball.
Give me the ball. Pad up, get out there, win the game.
Yeah. That's all I had.
I like it. That's a good dream.
Oh, the dick shot. Wow. I just saw the highlight. He like swung at
his legs were wide open.
Yeah.
That'd be all right.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was like he fouled it off his foot or something. All right. Okay.
Right off the balls. All right. Segment number 2. I got something to say. So this is a continuation off of I got something to say from the last episode, is that I am a moron. So from when I ended up screwing myself out of the hotel for that wedding I was at yesterday, and ended up settling with the Roadway Inn. So I got to the Roadway Inn yesterday, and it was a dump. It was a dump, Tones. I sent you a picture. Right when I walked into the front office, it was just like these huge dudes with tattoos. Like, everybody around was so sketchy. It was like a trailer park.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people lived there. It was fucking weird.
They were definitely cooking meth in there somewhere.
Yeah, no, it was a sketchy fucking place. And I got my room, go to park at it. So I opened the door. I kind of scanned the bed. There's a big red stain in the middle of the bed, like near the pillow. So I'm just like, there's no way I could sleep here.
Yeah.
Then I realized I fucking forgot a black belt. And with my black pants and suit for a wedding. Yeah. And it's at this, so I have to leave because it's about 45 minutes away from the venue. So I have to leave at 4:45. I realized I didn't have a belt at 4:20. So I quickly Google Walmart. There's one close by. Go to Walmart, pick up a black belt, race back, and it's 4:45, and I'm looking for Ubers. I get all dressed. There's not an Uber in sight. There's just none. Like 4:55 gets here, and I have to be there at 5:45, like sharp. And there's just no Uber. So I'm like, fuck. So I just pack all my shit and throw it in the car and then just drive myself and just bail on the Roadway Inn. Like, I'm not going to sleep there anyway. There's no Ubers. Yeah. It was a waste of money. All's a different. I took a shit in there and I got dressed. And the toilet seat was wet. Like, I had to fucking ice it down.
Why was it wet?
Because it's the Roadway Inn, and there's a like a blood stain, and also there were like millions of cigarette burns in the fucking comforter. Like, it was ridiculous. And there's a big gigantic trash can right outside my door that was completely filled to the brim, like leaking in the picture that I sent you.
Yeah. It probably just smelled like shit.
The other thing too is I didn't open my new dress shirt before we went, and because it said it's wrinkle proof on the thing, but when I opened it up, it was completely
wrinkled.
It was completely wrinkled. I'm like, oh my God, no. So I turned on the shower as hot as it gets and put the shirt in there. And then I went to Walmart, came back, turned it off. The wrinkles were gone. But then when I put it on, it was so wet that like my nipples are just out and you can just see my entire like stomach. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like that. At that point, I'm having a fucking meltdown because like we're against the clock. I'm still trying to get dressed. Like, now I don't know what to do with my fucking shirt. I'm sweating because it's fucking hot and I'm running all over the place. So it's not making this any better. So, and I just crank the AC. That seemed to work. It's at this place called in Pittsburgh, the Botanic Garden. Google it, punch it into the GPS, head there. It's down. It's like in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm going through all these roads, twists and turns. And I'm like, all right, I get there. Park, I see like a wedding party and it's 5:42. So I'm like, sweet, right on time. Go up and I see all these people dressed up for the wedding. I'm just like, this is the Strauss wedding, right? And they're just like, no, this is the Johnson wedding. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm at the goddamn wrong place. I go to their wedding website and see it's like a totally different address. Google it. It's like 30 minutes away. And that's like 20 minutes away, but I have to go straight through the city of Pittsburgh and like the tunnel and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to miss the fucking, I texted you. I was like, I'm going to miss the fucking wedding. So I bolt it across the city. I hit traffic in the tunnel. I show up at about 6:09 and like a miracle timing. And I roll in just in time. So that was great. So that part was a debacle. But from that point on, through the wedding, best time I've had in a long fucking time. You should have seen me on the dance floor, Tones. The whole time I didn't leave the dance floor. Right when they like the daddy daughter dance happened, and then the band was just like, okay, the dance floor is now open. I like took my handkerchief off, put it down the table, got up, and just walked out and just started two-stepping the whole night. It was a blast.
Did you do any of the Billy Gunn?
I didn't. I forgot about the Billy Gunn. I should have. Yeah, that was my go-to dance. But had a blast. Now I don't have a fucking place to sleep though, right? And it's about 12:30.
Probably had a bunch of drinks too.
Bunch of Bud Lights, tons. But you kind of sweat them out, But like I was still like full. Like I couldn't. If I put another beer in me, like there's a chance I'd throw it up. So like I wasn't sick. I was just full of beer.
Yeah.
And a lot of movement and stuff. So like somebody's like, hey, like they saw I was empty. I was like, no more beer. I just need to dance it all off right now. Pissed it out or whatever. So everybody's like, dude, you can't sleep in your car. Like I have a couch in my hotel room. But all these people, like I was mentioning before the show, have girlfriends. And I just did not feel comfortable imposing myself sleeping on their couch in the hotel room while they're in their bed, boyfriend and girlfriend. And I'm on the fucking couch farting a storm up.
Yeah.
Like I just was like, I'm drunk enough where I can just go to the car and fall asleep, I think. So I kind of just dip out like an Irish exit. Like I said goodbye to the right people. I didn't tell the groom because I knew he would have fucking been like, where are you going? I'm like, the car. He'd be like, no, you're not. So I kind of just dipped out, went to the car. I was parked right outside the venue. There's a undercover cop like right there. Like I could tell what he was doing. And I just didn't say, I just looked at him. I was like, he had the tinted windows. I took my jacket off, put it in the back seat, kind of just cleaned some shit up. And then I went around to the passenger seat, closed the door, locked it, and then just put the seat back. I didn't know if it was illegal or not, but I was hoping he wouldn't fuck with me. I'm like, dude, I got nowhere else to go. So
as long as you're in the passenger seat, I think it's fine. I think if you're like drunk and you fall asleep in the driver's seat, like, did you have the car on?
No, because I've seen that's like their biggest trap. I've seen kids get DUIs doing that. Right. Right when you turn the car on and they're right there, the lights will go on. Yeah. So that's why I went to the other thing and I'm just like, I'm just gonna sleep here. Like, is it a crime? Like would you rather me drive to the Rotary? Like end up sleeping on the bloody bed?
When we get blown up by a meth lab?
Seriously. So he didn't have a problem. So I kind of start to doze out, but then I have to take the biggest fucking piss, an insane piss where I cannot get any sleep unless I piss. So there's an empty, like smart water bottle, like the big 1 liter bottles, sitting there. So, and it's pitch black. And I try to plug my dick in it to piss while I'm like on my knees on the ground, like with the bottle like in between the seat and the ground. And I'm like confident I got it in, start pissing, it's going in. And then all of a sudden, like you just hear like air kind of like between the dick and the bottle, like go through, with the, like the sound like of water, like it's just like a squishy sound. And then all of a sudden, like I hit my pants and I had to stop. I'm like, fuck, like I still have to go so bad. Try to readjust, do it again, get it all over my pants again, all over the seat. So I just had to I got like less than half the piss out and was like, hopefully that'll be enough. Then I wake up again at like 4 a.m, have to piss like a camel again, attempt it again, piss all over the other seat because I pissed all over that seat. So I had to switch to the driver's seat. So both
so your car just smells covered
in piss. Right now. Yes. So I had to stop. I ended up like kind of getting some sleep, I think. I don't know. I'm so tired right now. Woke up at about 6:15 in the morning, hit the road. And right when I hit the road, I have to piss worse than I've ever had to piss in my entire life. I'm going to piss my pants. I'm talking about like, I'm looking around for any kind of store where I could just run in and take a piss. I got so bad. I just saw like a Methodist church with a fucking dumpster in the parking lot. And it was so early that there was nobody around. I just stopped like on the side of the road, ran to the back of the dumpsters and just fucking pissed.
So you pissed
on
the church.
Glorious. Yes. I pissed on the Methodist church.
Oh, Methodist is all right.
At least I did it on the dumpster. It's just garbage. Like, my piss will dry up. No, not a big deal. But I got home. So just had a great time, but just botched every single part of the logistics. Just every bit of it. I fucked it up. Didn't have the fucking hotel. Went to the goddamn wrong venue.
It's like
I went there. I showed up. They're like, where were you? I was like, I went to the wrong botanic garden. There's like, there's more than one. It's like, yeah, apparently.
It's like we're supposed to be adults at this point, but as you can see,
this is why I don't like plans, because I fuck them up and they give me so much anxiety, and then they like then like my fears of fucking it up come true, and then I'm sitting in the car like, hey, you're so fucking stupid, Tom. Every single fucking time, you're so fucking dumb. But man.
You know,
Yep.
you said you forgot a belt and you had to drive to Walmart. I have a similar story. Probably about a year and a half ago, maybe like a year ago, actually. My cousin got married, and I get all the way to the hotel. Right, I'm with my parents and my brother. It's like a family wedding.
Mm.
And I should have packed myself, but I didn't. My mom's just like, I'll just pack some stuff for you. So I get there and I'm taking stuff out of the bag. I'm looking around. I don't have any pants. I don't have any dress pants at all.
That's so much worse.
and so it was actually like a pretty cool spot. It was at it was like upstate New York. It was at like a ski resort, but it was the summer. So like the wedding was at the top of the mountain. So like the wedding was in like the actual ceremony was in like 20 minutes. And like I said, I'm upstate New York, middle of nowhere, and like the closest Walmart is like 45 minutes away. So
right.
I'm just like, fuck. So I drive all the way to Walmart, all the way back. I got there for the reception. I got pants, but it was just like
you missed you missed the I do and everything.
Yeah, I missed all that. But I got there for the party, but it was just like it's on me because like I should have packed myself, but my mom was just like, "Oh, I'll do it, don't worry," and it's just no pants.
Yeah, I was contemplating like I didn't want like I'm pretty sure you can easily get away with like not being there at the ceremony. It's so packed, and they're walking down the aisle. They wouldn't know. I realized that.
And it's not like during the ceremony they're going up and like talking to people, and it's like they're focused on getting married.
Right. I was just terrified because I didn't know what the setting was going to be like. I just was terrified that I was going to be late enough where if I walk through, they're going to be up on the fucking altar, and I'm just going to like walk through the back of the church. Like
you just you just run in and you hear the door slam
I'm
open,
sweating my balls off, and they like ruin the wedding.
And everyone just turns and looks at you, and you're just standing there.
Sorry, late. I went to the wrong place. Went to the wrong wedding. The Johnsons are getting married at the other Botanic Garden. You guys should have been more specific with it.
They say, "Oh yeah, the Johnsons are at the other one," and like 10 people stand up, like, "Shit, we're at the wrong wedding."
We're at the wrong wedding. And it was an outdoor on the patio like wedding, and I got like the worst seat. I was baking in the sun. I was looking at people like they were looking at me like I was so obviously the only person who had like just the sun on them. And I just like looked over. I was like, I'm gonna have a heat stroke. I've been running around all afternoon. I'm so fucking stressed out. Now I'm sitting in this goddamn sauna. So hot. Like I need a beer so fucking bad. I haven't had any water today.
Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations to Alex and Taylor Strauss. I know he's not going to listen to this, but still, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Phenomenal wedding.
And, all right. I got something to say too, real quick.
Oh,
okay. Greeting cards, like birthday cards, like Mother's Day cards, whatever, are the single most pointless thing in the world.
Cards.
I mean, because like for Mother's Day, I got my mom something pretty nice, spent a good amount of money on it. Didn't get a card though, and like she was kind of upset. It's like really, like she wasn't upset. She's like, "Oh, you didn't get a card." Like, no, I didn't get a fucking card.
I'm so on the same page at this for the wedding. My card, I went to CVS and just picked out a wedding card, and I didn't feel like writing anything down. So I just sat down and just put like the caption that comes on the card. I put it in quotes and then put my name with dash Tom Heavey under it. I'm hoping that it's a funny joke. The bride's gonna see that and just be like, "What a fucking jerk."
Yeah, that was funny. My dad has a friend, and like every year for each other's birthday, they just give the same blank card back and forth. They just reuse the card. They leave it blank, so you could just reuse it.
I had so many ideas running through my head when I was selecting a card. I was like, should I get him like a happy birthday card? Just like, this is a fucking joke. Like, I don't know how serious people take things like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, he probably wouldn't care. The wife would probably care. Yeah, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just pointless. I mean, it's such a chick thing. It's like, oh yeah, you have to get them a card. Like, I really have to go out of my way and buy a $2 card. Like, is that really gonna make that much of a difference? Like,
there's a check for $200 in here, lady.
Yeah,
that's what you wanted. I don't have time to write anything. Like, you get it. The $200 should speak alone how I feel about you guys. Like, I don't need to write a whole sentimental thing. I'm not a poet. And
especially like my mom, like, "Mom, I love you. Like, do I need to buy a $2 fucking card to show you how much I love you? Like, like I shouldn't have to. Like, it's just so stupid, so useless. Like, it's such a like the whole industry is a fucking fraud.
Yeah,
like you just get chicks that's like, oh, like we have to get cards for everybody. We have to get them a card. Let's go get them a card. Like, stop at CVS on the way. I got to get them a card. Like, no, you don't. You don't need a fucking card.
I don't want a card unless there's money in it. If there's no money in it, then I'm throwing it in the garbage.
Yeah, and the worst is when someone makes you like open a card when you're like standing there in front of them. You got to read it. You're like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, there's no money. It's like, Oh,
Oh, they can see you're upset when you open the card. You're just like,
it's
oh,
impossible
yeah,
not to. It's impossible not to look upset.
yeah.
You get it. It's like, thanks. Fuck you.
And
you
then
cheap
if there is money, you can't just like take the money and throw the card. You have to sit there and like hold the money to the side and act like you're really like, oh yeah, it's very, very, very thoughtful, very insightful. Thank you. I don't give a fuck about this card. It's going right in the garbage as soon as you leave the room.
Yeah, I got accused of doing that on Christmas last year. I didn't mean to. I just lost the card, and it was like $100 bill in there for my grandparents. Like all the grandkids got one, and somebody found my card. Like my uncle was just like, "Did you just take the money and throw the card in the ground? You piece of shit!" I was like, "No, I didn't mean to." And everybody thought I just fucking tossed it. It was like, "Sweet, $100, fucking dick." Oh man, but yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you, but that's the move. You should take that. What I did, just whatever the message is in there, just put quotation marks around it, then put your name under. Oh boy, is that us?
That is us, Hixie, baby.
Yeah, and he's on my fantasy team. Double,
Me too.
double stuff. Okay, segment number 3. Finish each other's sandwiches.
I was right by my seats.
Oh, dude, your seats are home run territory.
Yeah, that's why I got them.
Yeah. We got to go soon. We'll schedule that. Tones and I have also been discussing in the future a RV cross country road trip. Just go see the biggest ball of yarn, things like that. Just honestly grade it.
Just drive all around the country and just like at the end of the day, just recap what we saw.
Yep, I'm down.
Saw the antelope today. That was pretty cool.
Yep, but that's in the future. Hopefully, we will figure that out. Once you figure out your work situation where you can take off more than a Tuesday at a time.
Maybe between jobs.
Maybe yes.
That would be interesting.
All right, I'm gonna go first because I'm very excited about these. I wrote these and I was giggling to myself when I wrote them.
Okay.
The children
of the corn
ate ham. Veronica decided to
blast off.
Shit on the floor.
Close enough.
Jeff went to the bank and
couldn't find his money.
Was raped.
In the bank? Was it by a teller?
I guess. Jonathan had
hemorrhoids.
Raped Jeff at the bank.
See, you can't just like leave half a sentence.
You're supposed to know me well enough where you can finish these.
I'm supposed to finish a half a sentence?
Yeah.
You're supposed to finish your sandwich, not your whole fucking meal. Finish your chips too and your drink.
The last one you might be able to get. Don't you dare
rape Jeff.
Shit on my floor, Veronica. You were close. See? Tied it together. You had a chance.
All right. Well, I don't think you're getting any of mine.
Okay. Oh, you're freaking messing. Yeah, all right. Freaking out about mine.
No, I mean, well, but like I'm giving you one word you have to figure out, not a whole sentence. It's if I said like you're just like she said, I have to like guess the entire quote.
I'm pretty consistent with where my brain goes with things like that, but
yeah, and the rape was kind of new. Usually it's ham or shit.
I had all of those in there. So
yeah.
Anyway,
number 1, Wu-Tang is for the
birds,
children.
That was a dangerous one.
All right. I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how we drop in these
deuces
mockeries.
Oh, that was an actual. Okay.
Yeah. Yo, you 14-karat gold slum computer.
Apple.
Wizard. All right. Black Mrs. America. Your name is Erica. Right, true, lazy eyeball, small piece, 6 shoe, caramel complexion, breath smelling like
shit.
Cinnamon.
I don't like what you did.
Those are all Wu-Tang lyrics.
I know.
Yeah, I just watched the.
That was more of a quiz than
I know.
It was finish the sandwich.
Yeah, I knew you were going to give me some hard ones, so I gave you some hard ones.
Okay, that's what she said.
But
never mind. Well, nipples, hard nipples.
Hard, I guess so.
Those. Give you those. All right, let's go to our 4th segment here, which is buy or sell. So I was watching McDonald's commercial came on before, and it kind of just triggered a memory because I went through this about a year ago. This kind of debate, just internally, not with anybody. But are Big Macs good?
No,
No, they're not.
no,
They're not.
no.
They're appealing. I went to try one. I was excited. Like, they got the secret Big Mac sauce, and I'm like, I'm always down for secret sauce. Secret
Yeah.
sauce is like my
All about
favorite.
this. All about.
You don't know
this
what it
sauce.
is. Like, it's gonna be
Yeah.
great. It was a Thousand Island dressing. It's like
Yeah.
nothing new.
It's like Thousand Island dressing with like pickles in it, basically. I think.
Yeah, I
Something
was expecting
like
like a zesty horseradish. That's
No.
what my brain always goes to when you hear secret sauce. But
No, it's like you always get like I haven't gotten Big Mac in a while, but whenever you do get it, it's just like mostly lettuce and it's just like a ball of like breaded meat and it's just like messy and it's just not a good quality burger.
No.
Like you don't know what you're eating.
no,
Like I hate to be like a snob, like a burger snob, but it's not a burger. But if listen, I'm going fast food, I'm going Wendy's burgers. Fuck
Yeah.
McDonald's burger. Like
100%.
McDonald's has the best fries and they got really good chicken nuggets.
Agreed.
That I'm fine with.
Would you
Their
say they have the
burgers are
best
trash.
chicken nuggets?
Um
Because I do. I personally love McNuggets.
Yeah, McNuggets are great. I mean, the only thing I'd compare to them, which I don't know if they're even around anymore, is the spicy nuggets from Wendy's. Those are pretty bomb.
Yeah.
And then I guess if you want to go Chick-fil-A, but like I don't know, I'm not going to say that.
Chick-fil-A is so fucking overrated. I can't stand people who are just like holier than thou. I've had everything on that menu at Chick-fil-A, and nothing has like just jumped out of the fucking praise that it gets.
I like the spicy chicken sandwich, but again,
Okay, yeah, it's good,
I
but-
don't have a Chick-fil-A around me, so I don't consistently eat it. So whenever I do have it, it's kind of like a treat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, Chick-fil-A is good, but I have the fact that they're just not open on Sundays for religious reasons. You're a fucking idiot. You know how much money you're losing on a Sunday but not being open?
They don't
And
care.
You're just doing it because you hate the gays.
I will say, yeah, right.
Yeah,
You can hold your political opinion. If you want to hate the gays, fine, but you better live up to the fucking food standards. You better live up to the
Yeah.
hype if you're going to be doing that, and they don't. Like the nuggets they have are fucking like totally inconsistent in size. They're greasy. The only thing that they got going for them is the wonderful way that they execute a drive-through line.
Yeah.
That's it.
I do like
You
their
know?
different dipping sauces and stuff. They have a lot of different sauces.
Yeah,
I'll
the
give 'em
sauces are
that.
great.
I
I'm
do
a
like
simple.
their fries.
I'm a simple man when it comes to my dipping sauces, though. When it comes to nuggets, buttermilk ranch,
Okay, see, I'm more of a hot sauce guy.
nice.
Hot sauce, and I like they have like a Creole kind of mustard thing, like a
Ooh,
real like brown like grainy mustard. That's good.
that might be ours. We do a lot of work with Chick-fil-A, but I never,
Oh, yeah.
I never go through. Like I know all their formulas for not like technically, but like I know the Chick-fil-A sauce. I know is Carolina Gold mixed with Frank's Red Hot 50/50 is what pretty much they do is for their special sauce. So
Interesting.
it's like a barbecue hot sauce sort of thing,
Yeah,
and it's like yellowy. But I sell hot sauce for a living, so like I don't have to buy it when I go to places
yeah.
like that.
You just
Like,
make your own.
yeah, so like, but ranch though, a good fast food ranch cup, like those vary.
Yeah,
My favorite dipping sauce of all time, even though I hate the establishment, Burger King zesty sauce. Oh, best sauce ever.
okay.
Other than the ones that I sell.
I've never had it. But I'm a big fan of Wendy's because again going back to the nuggets there, they have a creamy sriracha sauce. That's some good shit. I don't know what they make. Yeah, you would know better than I would, but it's like sriracha, but it's maybe mixed with like ranch or some kind of
Sriracha mayo.
Mayo, yeah, it's probably mayo. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
fucking
that's
delicious.
Yeah, Wendy's is by far the best fast food chain. I
Yeah.
don't think it's close because any burger at McDonald's is terrible. The Big Mac sucks,
Yeah,
but like the burger patties are like paper thin.
and they're always like dry.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just get like a weird texture to them. Just one thing you see is like I don't know if you've seen like those pictures online of people that like hold like a Big Mac in like just like keep it like in a bag like in the corner of the room for like a year, and it looks exactly the same from the day they bought it. Like it's just like who knows what the fuck's in there.
yeah. Have you ever seen the science experiment when they dump the acids to simulate how your stomach breaks down a Big Mac?
No,
They use the same acids that your stomach uses. So they dump that on the Big Mac and it becomes a rock.
oh,
It literally becomes just like a fucking rock. It's just going to sit there forever
yeah,
and break down like over a year.
that's
Terrible.
insane. Yeah, no, fuck that.
McNuggets, I don't want to know about. I've heard that they're chicken titties. I don't care. They're delicious.
Well, it's just all the chicken parts like blended. Like you ever see like the pink slime that they like feed the little kid? You ever see that video where like some chef is like showing these little kids like, oh, this is what's in like chicken nuggets, and it's like this pink slime. He's like, would you rather eat that or would you rather eat the real chicken? And all the kids are like, give me the pink slime.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Chickens are dirty birds to begin with.
Yeah, dirty birds.
But
Yeah, no, fuck them. Fuck McDonald's. McDonald's is so overrated.
it's just their nuggets and fries that keeps me coming back.
You know what it is? Is like they get you when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the Happy Meal and the greasy, like there's definitely addictive qualities to like the greasiness and saltiness of their food. Absolutely. So as a kid, it just kind of puts it in your brain like McDonald's is the shit. Like you go to McDonald's, you're happy. You get a toy, you're happy. Good time to go play the ball pit for a little bit, you know. And then like as you're older, it's just like, oh, let's go get McDonald's. I don't know. I try to stay away from fast food in general, but if I'm going to, I'm going to Wendy's.
Well, I was craving McDonald's big time for a few months last year, and like the last time I had McNuggets, like I had it for lunch while I was working from home, and I just felt like crap the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I haven't been back since. But another fun fact about McDonald's, because I see this on Twitter all the time, people are like, McDonald's Coca-Cola is the best, like, you know, it's better than any Coke. No, it's true, because Coke reformulated sometime in like the 70s or 80s, but McDonald's was so big that they pay extra to get that original formula, so they still get the same syrup.
Really?
So that's why it tastes different and better than like any other Coke.
Okay. I mean, I don't go there enough to usually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't go there enough to know that, but
yeah. Team Wendy's. I'm actually really hungry now, but I have a thrown steak defrosting. It's a huge steak. It's not going to be done until like 6 defrosting. I'm fucking starving. But anyway, all right, let's get to our next segment here, which is a what's good. No, I'm sorry. Oh, we might as well do it. We'll switch them. So I had to listen to Shadow Boxing by GZA and Method Man.
Jizza.
Cheese.
Jizza.
And then Method Man was Cheese. What was his name in The Wire? Cheese Man, something like that.
Oh yeah, he was in The Wire. Yeah,
maybe in there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But all right. So, I mean, good song if you're into this stuff. I guess it just sounds all the same to me. But I got some stuff written down, some questions.
Okay.
You know about them fucking Staten kids? They smashing. Staten Island got rough, like reputation that I didn't know about. I always thought it was Brooklyn and Long Island.
Staten Island. No, Long Island's soft as fuck. Staten Island, there's definitely nicer parts of Staten Island, but there's also not nice parts of Staten Island, and that's where they're from.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, that's interesting. I never. So Wu-Tang is from Staten Island.
Most of them. There's a few from Brooklyn.
That's where the Statue of Liberty is, right? No, it's Ellis Island.
That's Ellis Island. Yeah, there's a lot of islands in that area. Hard to keep track of. But yeah, no, because I was actually watching that documentary about them, and like they were saying that they had to go to school in like the Italian neighborhood, like that's like where the closest school was, and like
most racist people on the.
Yeah, they were just like they said they'd be going there, and they would just be like, you know, yelling at them on the bus, like chasing them like home from school, just like stay out of our fucking neighborhood, like all this stuff. So
yeah,
like they were from the not so nice area of Staten Island, which again I didn't really know that there was until I started listening to them.
Yeah,
because I got some family in Staten Island, but like they don't, you know, definitely don't live in the hood. For sure.
Yeah, I didn't know there was much to like know about Staten Island. To be honest, I just think of Mets fans.
There isn't much. It's just like crowded bridges on and off the island. That's all you really need to know.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, I gotta watch this one. Crunch a N-bomb like a Nestle. You know my steez. Burn into the 3rd degree. Sneaky ass alley cat. Top pedigree. What's a steez?
I don't know.
My steez.
You know my steez.
I don't know. You know my steez?
Maybe.
I don't know why I wrote that one down.
You don't want to know what steez was.
Yeah, steez.
I don't know. Let's do a quick little Google search. What is a steez?
I'm gonna say style.
It's possible, and you know, it could just be, you know, it could mean something different for what he's saying. I don't know. Steez. Steezy Kane. What's Steezy Kane?
You want Urban Dictionary?
I just googled steez.
Oh,
the pearl studs added a snazzy touch to her steez. A distinctive and attractive or impressive style or dress or way of doing things.
Style.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a style. You know my steez. Yeah. Okay.
I slayed MCs back in the Rec Room era. My style broke motherfucking backs like Ken Patera. So who's Ken Patera?
I'm going to guess it's like a wrestler, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe like an old school wrestler. I'm just trying to think of backbreakers. Ken Patera. Let's see. Let's do another quick Google search. Patera.
It's hard to tell
Yeah.
like when they're doing beef like with other
Yeah.
rappers or like when they're referencing stuff that's obscure. You know,
Yeah.
it's all jumbled to me. My brain is just like I reject this. It's too much.
It is a wrestler. It's an old school wrestler.
Okay, so good reference on them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's creative. Just not my style at all whatsoever. But you know, I learned something.
What did you learn?
Staten
Island.
Staten Island actually had like a purpose in art.
Yeah.
I just kind of thought it was there, and like that's where all you know. I didn't really ever think about Staten Island other than the Mets.
It's kind of like a forgotten borough.
Yeah,
Like, everyone knows like Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, especially even Queens, and Staten Island's just kind of there.
Yeah,
you know. But I don't know. I mean, like I just love the beat on this song. It's such like a simple, like boom bap, like beat. There's nothing. There's no like it's, and that's what I love about Wu-Tang. Is like all of their beats. Hip-hop. Yeah, that's what hip hop's supposed to be. All their beats are just simple like that, and they're all done by the RZA. Like he did all of their group stuff, all their solo albums. Because this is off of this is off the GZA's solo album. This isn't like that's why it's only just the two of them. But like for like a 5-year period, maybe even more, he was just making beats for everybody. And there's like 10 of them in the group.
Yeah,
like doing all their solo stuff, multiple group albums.
And you got to respect it too, because this is before anybody really had serious computer technology.
Right.
So you actually had to sit down and create it where like everybody with a computer now, any high school kid, like, what's your hobby? Oh, I make beats. I get home. It's like, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Stop it. You're not making beats. The computer's doing it for you. Like, it's simple. You can tell like they're actually, you don't want to overdo it because like now that you have all this technology, shit gets overwhelmed and it sounds like crap. And I'm going to have a callback to this point later in the 4-pack about rap. But it's just gotten to be too much with the computers, and it just hides how bad the rapping is.
Yeah.
Whereas before, you just had a simple beat, and then you actually could see the creativity.
Yeah, you have to actually listen to the lyrics,
which is what I was doing for this one. So that's why I really didn't even pay attention to the beat. But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it was like I didn't notice it because it's so simple and flows perfectly.
Right. But it just worked great with like It just complemented the lyrics so well.
Which is what we're missing, I think. Is there who's still out there that does that? Because like Eminem pretty much just rips pop songs now, and raps over those.
Yeah, I mean he his newest album is, I mean, the thing about him is like I think he's better now lyrically than he ever was. Like you've talked about complexity.
Yeah.
But like he does it so fast most of the time and you just can't really follow it, Yeah. Logic is pretty good at that. He actually just had a song with Logic where they with Eminem, they both spit like pretty quick, but he's pretty good with it. J. Cole, when he decides to make music, Kendrick Lamar. There's not much, man.
Is it gay? Stone Cold, is it gay? Is it gay that Joe had a Wiz Khalifa poster in our college dorm room?
No, I don't think it's gay. I just think it's
like gay as in like when we brought it back, calling things gay, like that's him being like a 14-year-old girl.
It's just kind of like, oh yeah, I smoke weed, but like that's
I was like, who the fuck is that guy, Joe?
Yeah, I would say it's definitely gay in that aspect. Just like, oh yeah, sick, bro. Like you smoke weed, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Joe move like innocent, but like it looked awful.
Yeah, I was never big on the Wiz Khalifa train.
Yeah,
like he talks about smoking weed. Cool. Like I don't like. What do you want me to say? Like that's all. He's just a one-trick pony. All he talks about is smoking weed.
Like Kid Cudi did that too, but he was way better. Okay.
He had actually some kind of like his stuff was different.
His stuff was awesome. I used to listen to him all the time.
Yeah, no, he was great. He kind of fell off for a while. I think he stopped doing drugs and he lost a little bit of the creative process.
Yeah, but I mean, the stuff that he wrote is good enough for me because I don't need a huge catalog. I think he's got like 4 albums that there's only one that I really like with like pretty much all the hits, like The Day and Night,
Man on the Moon.
Yeah, that was a great album.
Great
That
album.
was like when we were freshmen in college too.
Mm-hmm. That's when he was big. Yeah,
nostalgic factor. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to our 7th and final. Nope. I keep fucking it up because I forgot we skipped. We actually have bad news. The return of the bad news.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. All right. All right. So TMZ reported Britney Spears, her manager, Larry Rudolph, says she may never perform again.
Oh, no.
Rudolph tells us it's always been up to Britney when she wanted to work and when she didn't. He said, quote, last summer when she wanted to tour, she called me every day. She was excited. She hasn't called me in months. Crickets. She clearly doesn't want to perform now. There's a lot going on with B. Spears. She's got her own fucking problems, obviously, from all the whatever mental problems she's got. But then her dad got sick too, so it's kind of sad. But I don't think we're gonna see Britney Spears again performing live. So
what a shame.
Yeah, because I know you wanted to see her, and I was gonna surprise you for your birthday with Britney Spears tickets. But it looks like we can't do that anymore. So I'll have to think of something else.
That's funny. When I was in high school, there was this kid that used to kind of like follow me around. Like I was on the bus with him, and he was a nice enough kid, but he was just like super annoying. And everyone used to kind of make fun of him. And he came in one day, and he was just like, "Yeah, for my birthday, my mom got me, tickets to Britney Spears concert." Just like, what? He's like, "Yeah, man." Like, and people like found out, and they were like giving him shit. He's like, "What? Britney Spears is hot. You wouldn't want to see her?" It's just like, yeah, she's hot, but I want to go listen to her fucking music, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit there.
It was clearly gay, Tones. How long have we been doing this podcast?
I don't think he was gay. I don't think he. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't talked to him since we graduated.
Yeah, he's probably gay. Yeah, you don't go see Britney Spears to go see her looks. You go to Britney Spears to like scream like a chick, or you're taking your girlfriend because she,
didn't have a girlfriend. That's for sure.
So, well,
yeah, it was just, yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate. Just leave Britney alone, man. Let her do what she wants.
Yeah, we'll close the show with the Britney song because she does have bangers.
She does.
Songs that you don't want to play in public, but if you're sitting here alone and you're like going through shuffle and you're just like, I'm gonna like dive into that catalog real quick. And like when she was at her peak, she was like almost on her way to being Michael Jackson in a way, but like not really. But she was just kind of being that pop icon for a little bit, and then she went nuts.
Yeah, well, because she was one of the first people to really like get famous in this kind of era,
where she cameras everywhere.
Right. The whole TMZ era. But you know what's crazy about her is like when she came out with her first like, album or her first like songs or whatever, where she's like wearing like the schoolgirl uniform. She was only 16 and she's like up there as like a sex icon.
I know.
Like, and no one like had a problem with that.
It's just greasy fucking Hollywood.
Yeah. And her mom's sitting there like, yeah, go ahead. Just let her up. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. But and people wonder why she came out all fucked up. Like, yeah, I mean, she was basically a sex object since the time she was 15, 16.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, she's got a catalog. And now I think she's more normal. And maybe, this guy, their manager's like, yeah, she was calling me to, perform and she never performed. It's like, well, maybe she got a new manager, man. Maybe she found someone who would help her perform. I don't know.
I think, she's like, I don't know. She was making like a Tiger Woods-esque comeback, it seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess like her medications weren't working anymore, I think was included in the thing. So she got fucked up over this whole thing. But hey, do what you got to do, Britney. She probably got enough money to just be all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just, every time you say Britney Spears, like, obviously everyone's mind goes to like 2007 when she like shaved her head. It was like attacking photographers with like umbrellas and shit.
Yeah. You just never know with this shit though, because like, you'd assume she's worth all this money with all these hits and stuff, but like 9 out of 10 times they don't own their music and they sign away too much shit because they don't read the contract with a good lawyer and sign away everything to a record company.
Yeah. Or you have someone who you trust that you shouldn't trust. I mean, like Dave Cook lost all of his money. His brother stole all of his money.
Mm-hmm.
Like
same with John, the band Creedence Clearwater.
Yeah.
They have like a million bangers.
Yeah.
Right. John Fogerty, the lead singer, didn't make a cent off of any of it because his brother fucked up. And like, I guess they just didn't read the contract right. And they signed 99% away to the record company and they couldn't get out of it. So he never made a penny. He's like a fucking common man.
That's crazy.
He's just like has a million hits. Yeah. He's like the soundtrack of Vietnam.
Yeah. No, that's nuts. Yeah. So, I mean, you think these people have all these bangers and stuff that they should. Yeah. I mean, now I think the contracts are more fair in terms of, for the artist. And now you don't even need a contract.
No.
I mean, say what you want about Macklemore, about his music, whatever. but he was the first person to win a Grammy without a record label.
It's very impossible. It's very hard to do that. And it's also like big bands, the only way to make their money that Spotify, like basically Napster has become legal for the most part. Like you don't make, I think Taylor Swift, I forget what the numbers were, but like she had a song that was downloaded like a couple billion times. And I think she made $2 million off of it.
Yeah, if that.
Like, or maybe even less, like a couple $100,000. Like that just goes to show how impossible it is. So like all you do, like Metallica has been touring every other night since 2016.
Yeah.
And
that's where you make your money.
That's how you had to make the money. So if you can't put on a fucking show, you're not going to make that great of money.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, like, cause I even, what's his face? Get back to Dane Cook. I was listening to an interview with him, and he was saying what he does now is he'll rent out like an arena and then just sell the tickets and pocket everything himself.
Yep.
Instead of going through like, Live Nation or whatever these groups, like he just does it all himself and he just keeps the money. And that's where you make your money.
You just had to like know that people are going to show up.
Yeah,
lose a ton, and he had the reputation where he knows he could sell it out now.
Yeah,
but
I mean, and there's like I hear like rappers saying songs like, "Oh yeah, I make $50,000 for an appearance," for like a concert, and like maybe that's a little over exaggerated, but I'm sure it's like up there. Like that's that's where their money's coming in.
Yeah, and you can't. There's like just no way for you to get your stuff out there without the help of somebody who's like a record company. But
internet, SoundCloud.
Yeah, but it's still tough to go viral with a song, like just to get people to click on it. Like you need to get people like. You have to get eyes on it and stuff, like people actually doing that. But
that's how Soulja Boy got famous. YouTube.
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of work, huh? That guy's bizarre. All right, let's go to our final segment here. Bingeaholics Anonymous. So just some quick housekeeping before Thrones tonight. So like I mentioned before the show started here. Leftovers, picked it up. It's probably the best thing I've ever seen, even like over Thrones. I'm so enthralled. Like Thrones, it's an exaggeration. It's not better than Thrones, but it's fucking really good. And it's something else that like I just get captured by it. It's such a fucking fascinating concept. I took a break because it's really fucking with my head.
Yeah.
Really fucks with your head.
So basically for anyone that doesn't know, because it's not a very popular show, one day
October 14th.
Yeah, October 14th, like, was it 1-2% of the world's population just disappeared?
Yep.
And nobody knows why, how, where they went, if they're coming back.
Just nothing. It just happened. And it's just like the world after, like how religions break up and handle it, how politics go, and how we just try to forget. And like there's all these warning signs of just like, you can't forget that something like that just happened. Like, but that's how it would happen. If just people disappeared like a year later, we would just like have a Memorial Day where we sit there and do the parade and remember everything, but nobody's thinking why it fucking happened. It's genius, like, 'cause you can't tell if it's good people who went to heaven because like, people are doing research. Like this guy was like a fucking pedophile and that he got taken away, so it's just like, why and what? And it's so good.
Yeah. And it's a really, I want to say not depressing, but it's very, there's a lot of gut punches in that show.
You cry a lot.
Yeah.
I've cried a lot in this show.
And I think it's mainly from like the music. The music just like is so sad and it's just so well done with the music in the show that you're just sitting there and you're just like crying like a baby.
Yeah. Like there's a scene where the Roman Catholic priest is like fixing up his church and he's trying to do anything to like get money together to keep it open. And some guy walks in and he's just like, "Oh, like I'm so happy you came. Like, what can I help you?" Like, he's trying to like, he's overwhelmed that somebody walked into the church and the guy's just like, "I was wondering if I could do a baptism." And the look on the priest's face, like he hadn't had a request for a baptism, it looked like, in forever. And I fucking lost it. I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful, but like I'm crying my eyes out.
Yeah. Because earlier in the episode, he's holding service and there's like 5 people in the seats.
Right.
And then some guy just walks in and beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to spread the word saying like, we can't remember all these people as if they were good people. Like this person, gambled his,
right.
His children's college fund away. This guy was a pedophile. This guy was a murderer. This guy was a drug dealer. Like, he's just handing flyers out people's faces of them across town. And like, some people don't like that.
Right. And then you have cults that obviously break out, like that would happen if this event occurred. The GA who just rips cigs all day long.
They don't talk and they just rip cigs.
They just have to write notes to each other and they just smoke cigarettes like at all times.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out like why they smoke. Like do they want to die, or are they trying to prove that like they won't die? It's a weird
I don't
culture.
know. I forgot. Like I've watched it all. I just don't like. I watched it so long ago. I forget.
I've learned a lot more about them since because I've finished the first season. I'm not going to spoil it though, but it still doesn't make sense, but it kind of does a little bit. But it's interesting. You still don't know where anybody went. It's just cool seeing how people deal with this stuff, and you don't know if it's going to happen again.
Yeah, you don't. It couldn't. I mean,
or if you want it to happen again, like maybe this will be my turn. Like, but what would justify it to be my turn if it does happen again? Like, what do I have to do? And it's just crazy to watch how these people fucking respond to it. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's a very, very underrated show. Most people don't know about it. I definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Game of Thrones. It's all on the line. It's all on the line. We've done final predictions like 5 times at this point, but let's just make this one fun. Like what's not going to happen, but what could be cool if it does happen. So I'll start like I was going to tell you before. I saw something online that would be pretty cool where Daenerys talking to Jon saying, hey, let's rule the 7 kingdoms together. He says, no, like your aunt and uncle stuff or aunt and nephew stuff, not going to work. And then she's like, the Starks betrayed me. And then he's like, listen, I'm a Stark. It doesn't matter. And then she's just like, fuck it. You know what? You're not with me. I'm going to kill you. Burns him with the dragon, right? But he's gone through a lot of stuff with he can ride dragons. He was brought back to life by the Fire Lady. And that's pretty much enough said ball in. Those 2 things are pretty huge. So I think maybe there's a chance that Daenerys burns him with the dragon. He's dead. But then Bran comes out of nowhere, and Bran gets into Jon's head and says, Jon, you are, what's his name? That fire guy?
Oh, Azor Ahai.
Azor Ahai. And then he's Azor Ahai, and he's got the fucking fire sword. And then he takes one of Euron's fucking bows, puts the sword on it, kills the dragon. Dany falls from the fucking dragon. And then she looks at Jon and says, you know what? You're right about me. Tell all your sisters that they were right about me too. And then she dies.
She admits that she was wrong.
Yeah. I know that's not going to happen. But
yeah,
that would be cool. That would be really cool.
I did see a theory that Dany is Azor Ahai. I'm trying to remember where I saw it.
Why would she need to be him? She's already got a dragon, and she's the mother of him.
Well, because there was, I can't remember, but basically, so Azor Ahai tried to make the sword 3 times and failed twice. And I can't remember. It made sense when I read it. I'm trying to look for it now.
So we can relate that to Jon Snow too.
Well, right? the swords represent the dragon. So the first time she failed, I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, it's like if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I'm honestly, I'm so
to bring that guy into it.
No. I mean, I'm just so fatigued.
Yeah.
With this show, just like I'm just tired of talking about it, man. It's almost like with like people talking about Trump, like complaining about him. Like I get it. He sucks. The show sucked. Like I get it. It's
just people need to wake up and just throw all these fan theories out of the way. Like I've been saying this whole time. The show is over. Like it's been written. She's the Mad Queen. It's like I can't see her getting killed and like Jon Snow's on the throne. Unless if they do, it'd be stupid. I don't know.
I can see both of them. I can see both of them getting killed, maybe, or she's killing Jon. Someone's getting killed, but again with the fan theories is like fans got too ahead of themselves.
And that's why they hate it because there's so many creative ideas.
Yeah, and they just went with the most basic bitch route.
Yes. So, and I was listening back to our episodes. Like, it's pretty annoying how spot on I was with the most simple predictions. Like before last episode, I literally said I was like, I think she's just going to burn down all of King's Landing, and be Mad Queen. That's what happened. Like right when it was happening on my TV, I was just like, oh, here we go. Like, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't like to predict stuff like that because I'm not smart. I shouldn't be able to do that. Like I don't.
Especially not with Thrones. Thrones is known for being unpredictable.
Right. And like the whole time, like these guys are on the talk shows and they're saying like I've seen some fan theories, like none of them have gotten it completely right. I'm like, well, I'm sitting right here and I think I have.
It's just I don't know, man. It's what was I gonna say?
You look like such a disappointed father, like right now, because
I am.
You got me so into it, and like you were so happy to watch me grow up and watch it and talk about it, and like the time we get to sit here and talk about new episodes, they fucked it up.
They fucked it up.
They bailed to go do Star Wars.
They had 2 years to do it, and they still fucked it up. I mean, the fact that they had an opportunity to do more seasons, do even 2 full seasons to end it off, and they decided to do 13 episodes just because they wanted to get it done, and then they still fuck it up, and they still just like, it's just frustrating, man. Because there's nothing we can do. Like people, this whole petition thing. Oh, we got 500,000 signatures. Like they're not gonna fucking remake it. Are you stupid?
No,
what are you fucking stupid?
What happens is like I don't want a whole remake. Like I also don't want prequels. I'm content with whatever happens tonight. Like I get that it was rushed, but I also know that it's George R.R. Martin's intent of what's going to actually happen. So I know that it's like a creative thing, but I think there was probably there's 2 things why they fucked up by doing this with 6 episodes and why they should have done 10 or two seasons. Fucking Night King and the Dead should have been a whole story. It should have been incredible.
That should have been all of last season. They should have
the whole battle. Yeah. Like the whole fucking thing. And then this whole thing should have had its own big buildup, burning down King's Landing. But it just happened in like 2 episodes. And now it's just like now we're at the season finale. And, we get it. Like it's one of those things like, yeah, I get it. Like it's the cliff notes of Game of Thrones now.
Yeah, basically.
What Martin wanted.
It's like you ever see like sometimes people make like YouTube videos where they just like mash together like a whole season and just show you like the highlights. That's basically what this is like just like the highlights. And one other kind of complaint I had, not about the show, but about the fans, because like I get the season hasn't been what we want it to be at all, but people are just complaining about shit to complain. You say that Danny going Mad Queen goes against her character arc.
It's all coming the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it may have felt rushed because there was not enough time to do it, but I mean you could see it from like season 2, season 3 when she's crucifying the masters.
Targaryens are not meant to sit on the thrones. They can get it because they have dragons, but we've learned like if you watch the Mad King narrative and like really look into the Targaryen family tree, they're terrible at being kings.
Yeah, even I was watching a video last night. Even Aegon the Conqueror, like the first Targaryen to come over, after one of his sister wives got killed in Dorne, he burnt every single castle to the ground in Dorne.
Right, they're savages.
Yeah,
like, that's the whole point. Like I saw, like she would become a power hungry slut like Cersei, and like be what she has become. I just didn't think it would be this quick.
Yeah, because you would expect to see more gradual, but basically the last 2 episodes, I mean, she lost Jorah, she lost Missandei, she lost her dragon, and then she had to kill Varys. Like she doesn't trust Tyrion anymore. She has no one to trust.
Yeah,
and they were saying all along like she needs someone to check her worst impulses, and she didn't have it. And she said, "You know what? Fuck it, burn it all down, Dracarius, motherfucker."
Yep. She's Joffrey. She's Mad King. She's everything that's wrong. Every time ever since Bobby Baratheon, nobody's been good. Like ever since he got killed by a wild boar, Westeros has been doomed.
Yeah, basically.
But, so any special predictions? Do you think that's it? Do you think she's just going to be on the throne?
I don't care anymore. I really don't. Yeah. And it pains me. It pains me to say that so much, but it's just like I just want it to be done. I just want to see what happens.
Like Brienne, WNBA night had to go take a walk when she found out what happened to her character. Like I have a feeling we might not even see her. Like maybe we'll see bits of her, but like I think her character is over.
She had to take a walk. She's like, really? That's it? Like there's nothing.
Jaime's done. Whatever his name is, Tormund went back to being with the wildlings.
Yeah.
So she's just like, I'm set. Like I'll just be hanging out in Winterfell.
Yeah. And we're never gonna find out what happened to Bran. He's done. We're not gonna see him again.
He's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Unless what I just said happens, where Jon Snow like gets into his brain after she burns him alive and says like you're the fire dude.
Well, there's the whole theory that he was the horse and everything in the last episode with Arya, but I don't know.
Something was up with that horse.
I don't think they're smart enough to do that. I really do not like these. Like I want them so bad to just get fired from Star Wars just for like how bad they fucked this up. If like Disney is just like, you know what, we saw what you did with one of the most beloved franchises of all time. We're not gonna let you fuck up another one.
Yeah,
you're fired.
Like I haven't even seen Star Wars. So, like the first one, I haven't seen any Star Wars. I saw Attack of the Clones for a birthday party. It sucked. I don't care. Like, I care about Thrones. Focus on this. And apparently HBO just gave him a blank check and just be like, fucking get whatever you want.
Yeah, and they still
And
underwhelmed.
they're still just like, no, I want Star Wars. I want to do
Yeah.
Disney money. Like, we can give you Disney money. They probably just hate it because, I mean, like, the Battle of Winterfell was probably like, the worst thing ever to shoot.
Yeah,
It's like you're in the middle of like the cold. It's terrible. They're probably like, fuck this. I want to do Star Wars. But anyway, we'll find out tonight. We'll talk about it on Tuesday with Paulie Sirloins. All right, let's get to the classic 4-pack of questions. Hit it, Kane. All right, here's a great question here to lead it off. What's something that never fails to make you cringe?
I don't know if this makes sense. I wrote it down anyway. When you can tell that someone is acting like they belong in a certain situation or a certain place, like they're acting like, but like you just know that they don't. Does that make sense?
Kinda. Like give me an example if you can.
So let's say like you meet like a group of people and someone's just acting like, I don't know, like they're the smartest person in the room, and you just kind of look around, you can tell that everyone's just like, yo, what's this dude talking about?
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely not the smartest person in the room, but you could just like, you could tell like they just think they're the shit, and everyone around them just like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. A guy goes into a group and then just looks around and for some reason thinks that he's the alpha and should take charge, and everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but no one like cares enough to like stop him or like call him out on his shit, so everyone's just like letting him run his mouth.
Oh yeah, I know a couple of people like that live their life like that.
Yeah,
I saw a couple of them at the wedding last night. They're walking around with their sunglasses on. It's not their wedding, and they're just like, the way that they just approach everybody. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Shut up! Like, fucking Mr. Hollywood, you're like a salesman in fucking Hackensack. Like, shut up, leave me alone.
I don't know why that popped into my head, but I was just like. It wasn't even. I didn't even like. Definitely didn't word it right when I wrote it down, but it's just like a vibe that I got.
Yeah,
like I was trying to put a vibe into words.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple. The one, I mean, like this is the second one I have down, but anytime I see people doing Fortnite dances, I cringe fucking bad. Yeah. I'm just like, whoa, you fucking idiot.
You see any of those last night?
No. I was in charge of the dance floor. That was my dance floor. If I saw that, I would have kicked him off.
Would have choke slammed him off the.
It was Two-Step City, bitch. That's what I was saying all night. No matter what the song is, you can two-step to it. You just got to either slow down or speed up, and then you just work on your shoulders and your hands, like off the two-step. It was a blast. But I have also people who have no voice volume control. So Joe is one of those people. So like. Example, you're at McDonald's, they're taking forever, and you're sitting at the counter, and Joe turns around. He's just like, dude, they fucking suck at this job. And they're right behind him. I'm just like, you fucking idiot. Like, I've seen it. So many people are like that.
Yeah.
I work with them. We were having dinner with this girl when I was out like this conference, and we were having dinner. And this girl came, she had like an overwhelming amount of like pearls on her wrists and on her neck. And this guy who I work with, he's got a hearing problem. He's older. He's like probably 60, but he's like a real ball buster. So he's trying to talk to me. We're sitting across from each other. She's 2 people down. And he's just like, he leans over. He's like, was she from the fucking Muppets? I'm just like, she can hear you. She could like clearly heard it.
Yeah.
It's so like, awkward as fuck. And he's just like, oh, he's like, what? Could you hear me? I was just like, yes, you can hear me. He's like, oh, I don't give a shit. And I was like, yeah, well, I fucking do, man. Like, I don't know who she is.
Leave me out of this shit. I don't want
to hear your fucking jokes and she's right there. You can't just be calling her a Muppet. Like, God.
Yeah, my manager's like that. He'll just talk shit about the customers that walk in, like right to their face, basically. He'll be like saying it to me, but they'll be like right over his shoulder, and he'll just be saying it loud as hell.
And it's clueless, right? He doesn't realize.
Yeah, he doesn't. And I'm looking at the people, and they're looking at me like, yo, is he serious? Like, he's talking about me right now? I'm just like, I just walk away. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't say anything. I can't respond. I can't like I just walk away. I was like, all right, I'm not taking part in this. Like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Oh, it's the worst. Like, especially when they're talking like real bad shit and they don't know. They're just like, this guy's a fucking idiot. You know, you're right. I'm just like, oh man. All right. Question number 2 here. What got ruined by its popularity?
Game of Thrones.
Oh,
yeah. Because like we were saying, like everyone got so ahead of themselves with the theories, and the fact that it got so popular and there's so many people making theories and saying, and they're really good theories. That's the problem, is like it was just too, like, if no one watched Game of Thrones and I was the only person I knew that watched Game of Thrones, I would still be upset with this season, but I wouldn't be as upset because I wouldn't have had as much stuff pointed out to me.
Right.
I wouldn't have noticed as much, and I wouldn't have we wouldn't have had these discussions where we can like break down how much it really does suck.
I've been very low key satisfied with everything still. Like the only time I really screamed is last time I'll bring it up is when the dragon was right there for them to kill. That was the only time I really had a problem. But like you see it all over the place. You can't help but like it is truth.
Like each individual thing by itself isn't enough to make you upset. It's just there's so many little things.
Right. Like when I watch it, when I sit down and watch it, I'm still as entertained as I am with any other season of Thrones. It's not until I get on Twitter and people are just like, this is terrible. Let me point out all the terrible shit. Then I rewatch it on Monday. I go back and watch the film and they're right. And then I can't help but see the terrible things in it.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if I just watched it by myself, like I'm sure there would be some things I would notice, but like I wouldn't have noticed the coffee cup. I wouldn't have noticed like the whole thing with like the dragon getting shot down. I wouldn't have been there saying like, "Oh, how they shoot so fast and they're shooting on a boat and how they reload." And like, I don't
whereas if it was all over Twitter, like people saying like, "This is why that was awesome," and it got 100,000 retweets, I'd been like, "Okay, so then that's what it is. It's awesome." Yeah. Influence, because you're like the only one who's just like saying like it's bad, but then when you read what they write, watch it back, you're like, fuck, I could see what they're talking about. And then it get out of your brain. It's just how you think of it now. You know?
No, for sure. But it in the grand scheme of things, it's still like a very good season of television.
The best thing that's on.
Yeah, but for Thrones, it's not up to the standard.
Not at all.
So that's what's upsetting. Yeah. But so Game of Thrones is ruined by popularity, in my opinion.
I got rap, so that's the callback to what I was talking about before. So as more popular as it got, the worse it got. Right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Would you say rap was in its heyday in the 90s?
Yeah, for me personally, late 90s, early 2000s. But then again, that's like when I first started listening to rap. So I might be a little bit biased, but yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, it's not even rap anymore. Like listen to that song that I gave you.
Nothing sounds like what you gave me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a totally different style of music. And if you like that style of music, all right, fine. It's not for me, but if you like it, to each their own. But yeah, it's just not, I don't even consider it the same type of music.
It just went way overboard with the gangster rap. Way, way fucking overboard with gangster rap.
Well, and the problem is that people are rapping like gangsters that aren't gangsters.
Which is like, it's so annoying because you're like, this is just a fucking threat. And it sounds terrible. You're just talking about how you have like 22 guns in your house and you're going to fucking shoot up the block and all this. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Like,
yeah.
How is it good?
I mean, like, listen, if you had lived that life and you want to talk about stuff you've done in the past, that's cool. But like, you're not going to sit here and tell me if you're making millions of dollars, you're still going to go out and try shooting people and stuff.
There's no way.
Yeah, unless you're Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he actually did do some shit. But he's also
it wasn't anything like that. What was he doing? Like reselling guns, or
he was on like recorded on phone, like ordering someone killed.
Oh, okay.
So like, and like the guns and the drugs, and he's
the ugliest dude ever. Like, gonna get raped in prison. Like,
no, he's going into witness protection. You didn't hear that?
Oh, he'll get found.
Well, dude, he has 69 tattoos on his face. You can't find him. It's like, oh, this guy looks a lot like Tekashi.
If he's in witness protection, they're gonna have to throw him in fucking like middle of nowhere, Alaska. It's gonna be like where Walter White had to go in Breaking Bad. Just here's some acres in the middle of nowhere, Maine. Like, just deal with it. And he won't be able to, and he'll leave and he'll get killed.
Yeah,
for justice. But yeah, it's just because like I always tell you, the only rap that I really go out of my way without you suggesting anything would be like Public Enemy, like really, really early stuff where they use the beats of songs that I know, like Aerosmith, which I still think is an open opportunity for people to use. There's a lot of great beats out there. Like Fleetwood Mac put some fucking great drum beats out there. The Fleetwood Mac is the drummer of that band. They're known for just great fucking beats.
Yeah.
But people just stopped doing that and they just use the computer. And it's just like, it's just fake. It's all being listened to by 16-year-old white girls. And you're like, why does this song appeal to you? Like, why? Yeah. Like they're gangsters and they grew up with that thing. That's great and all, but why is the audience like everybody?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not relatable at all.
Yeah, it's just I couldn't give you a straight answer because I mean it's definitely the most mainstream music now.
Absolutely. I always go to the US top charts just to see like maybe there's a chance Metallica cracked like the top 1,000, you know,
Yeah.
they're still so huge, but they're big in a lot of other countries that are still
Yeah.
like in like, you know, America's 1985 timeline right now.
Yeah, well, that's like Wu-Tang. They still like tour all over the world.
Like South America, I bet they're huge in. Like South America is literally like 1987 United States. Right now.
So Europe too. They're big in like the Soviet bloc.
Yeah,
Like
because Russia didn't like get with the program until 1989.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I mean, I always say we, like Metallica's my team, but like, we sell out whenever we go to like Moscow still.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to see them at the top of the charts, but I'll see what's number one and I'll press it. Always just like immediately the first sound, I'm just like, oh God, turn it off. It's like they have to introduce themselves with like these loud fucking beats and stuff like that. And then it's just like a fucking corny piece of shit song.
Throw some air horns in there for good measure.
Yeah. Yo, it's Lil Wayne. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's all right. I know. I see it. I read it.
Yeah.
Get to the fucking egotistical piece of shit, you know? But I don't know. It could have been something special. I mean, the stuff that you and J-Mac give me is pretty good, you know, for what rap was and like how you can really respect it. And I want to watch that documentary about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch it. We'll talk about it. Bring cousin J-Mac on.
Yeah. All right. We can do that once Thrones is over and I finish the leftovers. We can focus on that because I want to like rap, and that's the simple stuff we'll do. But anything now is just awful. That's why I mean it's so bad, Tones. When I was at your house for parties, I fucking put my own headphones on, and that's how much I fucking hate today's music.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to. I would love to socialize. I'm a very sociable guy, but I can't sit here and listen to it. And that's why I hated Gavin, and that's why that segment is called "What's Good." It's because he would put that shit on. I would tell him to his face too. I'm like, dude, this stuff is so bad. You realize that? Are you trying to like just do this for a look? But he genuinely liked it. I don't know. He was a smart kid too. That didn't make any sense. Anyway, all right, let's get out of there. Question number 3: you are going to be publicly executed, but you are allowed to play a song while it's happening. What song do you pick?
I'm going with the song from the end of Step Brothers when Will Ferrell's singing whatever that.
What's you love? Yeah. Yeah. I have something. I have "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong. So it's like,
okay.
We have the same thought where it's like an ironic. Everybody's watching the execution. That song plays, and they can you like "What a Wonderful World," like or like whatever that song means in Italian. It's probably similar.
Basically, what I want is like as the song is ending, like they drop the guillotine, and then it just pans to the crowd, and there's a lady there. One tear just rolls down her face.
Exactly.
That's what I want.
And to the crowd, it's just like, what have we done? That's what my thought process was too.
Yeah.
But then like the question needs to be specific to like how you're getting killed. So like if I'm getting burned alive, like, you know, Throne style, I think maybe a Metallica song could be appropriate.
Fight fire with fire or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I don't hate that. Yeah, that's true. I guess it depends on the method. What if it's like lethal injection? What are you going?
And I would keep what I have.
Okay. Yeah. You're just like slowly like
you're just watching me out of bed and he's slowly doing the injection. It's like, and I said to myself, what a wonderful world. Everybody's like, is it a wonderful world? And like, look at us like publicly executing this man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I did. That wasn't addressed in the question, but you know, it's still that'd be pretty bad not to feel awful watching a public execution.
Yeah. That's a very leftovers-esque kind of scene.
Like, unless you like he raped and killed like your 4-year-old daughter, like, you know, I would love to see that. Yeah, I'd love to see him getting executed.
The execution, you mean, right?
Yeah, the execution. Duh. Okay. I would want to see that guy die. Like, I would want him to fry, and I would have no problem watching that. But if he like, you know, if it's something that you can kind of forget, like I'm the kind of guy who lives like it's very hard for me to not be able to see like the good in somebody. You know, it's very hard. Like I can really almost see like, you know, like pedophiles are awful, you know, but sometimes I don't get what they're thinking, but I still also don't think they deserve like a death penalty or something like that. Like I still think if heaven was real, like he's not going to go to hell. Like, you know, like you'd have to do something really fucked up not to be forgiven.
Well, and you know what it is too, is I think it's a real legitimate mental illness.
Yeah, you don't want to give it respect because you still have the power not to act on those.
Right. But I mean, there's that Louis C.K. bit about pedophiles. He's just like, you know, they know the consequences. They know what happens if they get caught, yet they still do it. So it's got to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I should have heard that. But yeah, I mean, like, that's awful. But like in the long scheme of eternity, like how bad, like, I mean, Hitler's in hell, like, you know, Bin Laden's in hell. Like you have to, when you think of eternity, it's got to be the most awful, ruthless thing to have no forgiveness.
Yeah. Well, according to the Catholic Church, if you, let's say you jerked off and went to church and received communion, you're going to hell because that's a mortal sin. If you have a sin on your conscience,
pull the unconditional love card from God. He always does. You just have to make sure you say you're sorry. That's it. For most things.
No, I know. It's just, the whole, I mean, I don't want to get the whole religion talk right now, but
it's fun. I mean, like people always freak out about it, but nobody knows. You might as well fucking like have a First Take ESPN show about it. You know?
Well, and that's the thing though, is like people take it so seriously. Like we could get into a whole thing now about what's going down in Alabama, all this shit with the abortion, but don't even get me started on that.
That's why you and I are deists. We always land on this when we're religious. We're like, you know what? I think there was a guy, but I think he bailed a long time ago because he saw where this place was going. He's like, you know what? I'm starting over there. You guys fucking have it. And when you die, we'll figure it out. You know,
I'll stop back by in a little bit, see how you guys are doing without me.
Just as I thought.
Think about all the old Bible stories of people, prophets coming down, like listening to God. Like, who's the last person that heard God talk to him?
Who knows?
Yeah, unless there was some guy, a homeless guy.
Nobody knows what that like is, and you know, maybe it's just like the nut jobs in the subway, but it's again like a leftover situation where like the crazy people on the subway who are just spewing nonsense are actually like, you know,
right? Yeah, I mean, listen, if Jesus came around today, I think we would treat him like a homeless person on a subway. Like we'd like listen to him. He's like, "I am the Son of God." Listen to like, no, dude, get out of here.
Isn't that fascinating? We would do it all over again.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
He'd come down, he would do his thing. Maybe like he'll do a miracle, but he'll only show it to a couple people. Like he doesn't want to show it on national TV because it takes away the point. Like you need to take my word for it. Like you need to have trust in me. And everybody like, he's a fucking nut job. Fucking kill him.
The problem is there's so many like street magicians now that we would just think he was another magician. Like, he's like, oh, let me turn the water into wine.
Yeah. Classic. Oldest trick in the book. Water to wine. Yep.
Just pulls a quarter out from your ear. Like, hey.
Look at me. I'm Jesus. Yeah. But yeah, we're a sick species. Disgusting species.
Self-destructive.
Yep. Anyway, let's get out of that one. Let me see if this isn't a happier question that we have to wrap it up. Kind of more rebellious. What socially unacceptable behavior should be considered acceptable?
I think ball scratching / cooch scratching should be like legal if you just want to like get in there and just like, because like
if you hypocrite over there, you were fucking judging that girl at the Restaurant Depot with Metallica shirt scratching her crotch. You immediately texted me.
No, I wasn't judging her. I was just saying
you felt the urge to tell me you were definitely judging her.
No, because it was just like she had the same kind of energy that she had between the Metallica shirt and just like this girl was just standing there just scratching a cooch. Like it was nobody's business. And again, listen, I don't think that's a big deal. You know, even if a guy's gonna sit there and like scratch his balls, like whatever. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, stop that. That's disgusting.
I mean, it's a food safety issue. If you're in the kitchen, don't do that.
No, yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't want you like scratching your balls and making me a pizza.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just kind of standing there and you got an itch, then you got to scratch it.
Scratch it.
You know,
I 100% agree. Get it? Oh, you idiot! Clint Frazier having a terrible fucking game. But
yeah. I just think it's like, listen, we all have itches, we all have scratches. Like, you know, if you like, you're gonna sit there and just like have your balls tickle the whole time. Like, no, you want to scratch it. Like, you gotta. And if I have to like try and like hide it, like, you know, kind of do like a weird, like another thing, picking wedgies. That's another one. Like I have like a whole system down. If I have a wedgie and I'm walking, I'll do this thing where like I take like a long step and I kind of turn over my shoulders to make it look like I'm looking behind me. But like that movement of just like stretching my legs out picks the wedgie for me. Like I have it down to a system.
Yeah. I have to use that. The worst thing I get is when like if I take a shit, I pull my pants on and then my boxers become not well aligned. Like they're too far to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the left leg is getting more fucking pressure from the boxers than the right. You have to undo your belt and like tuck in your boxers basically. And that's just something you cannot do in public. You just have to fucking deal with it. You know, it's like, I'm not about to whip out my dick, people. Like, I just fucking take my boxers. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, it's like baseball players. They like open the belt and they like adjust like their, you know, the shirt, whatever, the sliding shorts. But that's why I wear boxer briefs. Yeah. Because it's everything's in place.
Yeah. Briefs just ride up too tight and they become tighty whities for me. I don't know if it's just I'm not buying the right size or
you just have like a mangina or something, just eats them up.
Yeah, it just smuggles grapes. Stinks. I got dress however the fuck you want. I pisses me off. I think I've said it a bunch of times on here, but it just when you're going to a dinner at like a nice place, like how you have to go put on, khakis, a button down, and a tie. It's like, why? Because I care what these fucking people think about me.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to just go eat the food. I'm paying the same amount. Like, what if I wear a t-shirt and my jeans? Like, it's a big fucking deal. It's not like I'm going to be a slob, but are people really going to sit there and just judge me and just like, oh, look at him, like wearing a flannel at our Italian restaurant. It's like, oh, you fucking elitist, suck my dick. I'm paying money, am I? Like,
Is that guy wearing a Bass Pro Shop hat? Are you kidding me? Indoors at this restaurant, this establishment?
They're sir gonna ask you to take your hat off. So I'm gonna tell you to go fuck yourself, man. Teachers did that to me. Like I was like, dude, when I take my hat off, my hat hair is way more offensive than my goddamn hat. Like it's just a mess, and it's gonna be embarrassing. So no.
Yeah. And who came up with this rule? You can't wear a hat indoors. Like who decided?
Wear a hat indoors every single fucking day. It's stupid. Like I like wearing a hat. I find it comfortable, and I find it brings out the best physique of my face. Okay, always been a hat guy. But in college, there was always a couple of professors where they maybe take it off in front of people I didn't know. I'm like, look at my hat here. Look at this. Look how bad this looks. Look how good I look now.
World reveal. World reveal. Let's see what happens. Oh. I was expecting so much more to be on top of your head, and it was just
it's all fucking back.
All patted down.
It's all patted down. So like people would like take your hat off. I'm like, please don't make me do that. And they would do it. And I look like a fucking idiot. And all because like I have to look presentable to you. Do I look presentable now? Like you jerk.
That's what you wanted.
Exactly. This is what you want for me to be ridiculed, all because I'm wearing a hat inside. You fucking old bastard. It's just so fucking ridiculous. I understand if you're gonna be a dick and wear a wife beater, flip flops, and like shorts to an Italian restaurant, you're just a fucking gross slob. Like I will judge you for that. But if I'm wearing what I'm wearing now, just like jeans, a t-shirt, and a hat, like fucking grow up, guys.
No, I think that's where you draw the line. You say, no shirt, no shoes, no service. That's fine. Right. Draw the line there. But as long as you're wearing some kind of shoes, some kind of pants that cover the goods for the most part, and some sort of shirt. You could even be, you just don't want any like body hair flying. Like if you have like a tank top or like a wife beater, or you got the chest hair out.
You don't want to look like you're wearing pajamas. Like exactly. But like my family, I got like if we're going to my grandma's for Christmas Eve party, I gotta go like get real dressed up. I'm like, what is grandma gonna fucking hate me? Just like wear what I got on now?
She stopped you at the door. It's like, sorry, there's a dress code in here. You can't go.
What do you wear? I'm like a fucking t-shirt and jeans. Like who cares?
Yeah.
You go to church, you got to put on really nice stuff. Is God gonna judge you based on your fucking clothing? I don't think so. I think He's gonna judge you on if you're a good guy or not.
That's the thing with me. Like you say, oh, we're going to God's house. Like I don't want everyone coming over my house all dressed up.
He's gonna like me for who I am. He's the one who fucking created me. I don't want to have to pretend like I'm something I'm not. He's gonna know
that too. He loves all of his creations.
He created me. If I dress up into something I don't know, he's gonna be like, "What do you dress up like that for? You hate dressing like that." I'm like, I know.
Right. That's the thing. If you want someone in your house, you want them comfortable. You don't want them to like be like, "Oh, I'm hearing this like just weird button down, these khakis." Like, no, come as you are. I love you regardless of what you're wearing. So, and then like someone's mom had an idea. It's like, no, you have to wear your Sunday best. No hats. You got to wear some nice pants, some nice uncomfortable dress shoes. Dress shoes are the fucking worst. Don't get me started on dress shoes.
All night and my fucking feet hurt so bad.
I'm sure you got some bunions right now, some blisters maybe.
I haven't looked at them too much because I slept in a car last night. But yeah, it's just society is fucking annoying. I kind of just tend to sit in my own isolated spot and just live, in my brain.
Make my own society.
I like to make my own like a little utopia. But all right, good show. You got any post-show thoughts?
No. Let's see what happens with Thrones.
Yeah. Get excited. Get excited. Let's get excited. I'm pumped.
Sure.
I'm pumped. I know it's gonna happen. But that's fine. That's fine. She's just gonna sit in the throne, and it's just gonna be a big fucking wheat fest of how she became the thing that she thought she'd never be. And it'll take her the whole 90 minutes to realize, oh my God, I'm not the breaker of chains. I am the Mad Queen.
Look what I've become.
Look what I've become. Why have you forsaken me? And then like it pans out or something. I don't know. But it's gonna be something like that. All right. We will talk to you on Tuesday with Paulie Sirloins to review the series finale of Game of Thrones. And then we'll talk about, too, if we're going to pick up a new show, maybe do Chernobyl, see if it's good enough. I'm still trying to make up my mind if that show's worth talking about because it's a historical event. So it's kind of hard to just read the Wikipedia page and talk about Chernobyl. But
right. I haven't started yet. I'm waiting to see.
It's good. It's just annoying that they use the English accents when it's clearly in the Ukraine. Yeah. So I'm like, Ukraine is a very distinct, like Ukraine. Like I was expecting Ukrainians,
right?
But it's fucking the British. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You were expecting the bad guys from Die Hard, but instead you got like, Downton Abbey.
The main bad guy in Die Hard, fucking Professor Snape,
Hans Gruber. Oh
yeah, Alan, whatever his name is,
Alan Rickman.
Al Rickman. All right, thanks, Bomb Squad. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Have a good Game of Thrones series finale, please. Enjoy it.